Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. Featuring St. Laz, who also hosts the popular web series Gem Pop and music journalist Mark Walter Ward. They have discussions about hip-hop, culture, society, philosophy, and everything else. Now available on YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got one of the most intriguing new artists in hip-hop with his latest video song out, Bruce Wayne, Brooklyn Batman. How you doing today, brother? What's up with you?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. What's up with you, man? I'm more intrigued with you, man, with that shirt, man. You gotta tell Batman there only could be one out here, you heard? There's only one Batman. I'm the new guy on the block. They gotta move, make room, elbow room, feel me?
Well, I mean, you doing numbers, you know what I'm saying, and I got the letter, so you know what I'm saying. I'd rather do numbers, you feel me?
Yeah, it's a fact. That's a fact.
So like, I know you've done more than a few interviews already, and the one thing I gotta know is like, what's the stupidest question somebody's asked you? Because I know somebody's had to ask you some dumb shit.
Nah, well, I mean, everybody asks a consistent one, of course. You know, what made you get into the mask? So right now, I can't say it's stupid, but it's just the most intriguing, typical, act question. But I think the dumbest one was, it's not even dumb. It was kind of aggressive. It was I think it was a shorty, and then her man, I don't even want to say they name because I don't want them to come at me, but they was like, yo, how many times behind the scenes, a shorty or a dude came at you to ask you, yo, have you ever smashed with the mask on? You know what I mean? And I didn't. And I was like, damn, that caught me off guard. And I'm looking in, and I'm like, yo, it's a lot of times. Then dude from No Jumper,
Adam 22.
yeah, he kind of said something like, he kept on saying the R. Kelly shit, like, wait, or the R. Kelly, I'm like, damn, like, how you go from,
man, he a little young, never even seen that shit. Like I'm 43, bro, and like you basically couldn't avoid watching that shit, but I couldn't imagine seeking that shit out to watch it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you want to
I won't even think, bro. I don't watch every video you made, and that thought didn't even cross my motherfucking mind.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? And that character Adam, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he be thinking, but he just kept on referring to the homo jokes. And it's like, hey, where your mind really kind of be at? You know what I'm saying?
And then the smashing with the mask, there ain't no need to ask that. I mean, that's obvious because there's no way a girl didn't ask you to. Like, don't even answer. Yeah. Like, come on now. Like, that's just somebody they want to hear a story, man. Like, so just keep it real and be like, yo, tell me the funniest story about smashing with the mask. Like it came off when I put her leg up. I mean, I mean, already, man. That
like, come on, like
what's understood doesn't need to be discussed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why would you ask me that weirdness, and especially with the R. Kelly, I'm like, damn, you want to compare me to a real rapo? Like, that's I get it, you want to be funny, but a rapist, what I'm saying? Like, it's mad disrespectful, and I'm not trying to brag about it. I've been in prison. That's kind of offensive. Like, that's the worst. That's the worst thing you could call a man is a rapist. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from and stuff like that. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but damn, bro, like, he kept on repeating it too, and you see his co-workers like AD and them, like, they're not really laughing at him, like, they kind of fake ignoring him, and he's like the only one. Yeah, right back, R. Kelly, like.
You've been to prison before?
Yeah, I was in prison, man. I ain't trying to brag about it,
What's it like in prison?
Let me tell you, well, for me it was hard because I'm a Crip. I'm an 8 Crip, and in New York, most of the jails is blood, especially at that time. So I was going through it a little bit here and there. I ain't gonna sit here and say I was like the biggest, toughest. I mean, I definitely was wild.
You was an 8 Crip. You wasn't on the sneeze at. You said you don't make judgments about people. What you think I've been to prison before?
You might have. Shit, you never know. You never know. Yo, listen, it's all walks. One thing I learned about the prison system, all walks of. Oh, all right, yeah. So I already know what time it is. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, definitely know what time it is. So it's like, you know, I, being in prison, you see all walks of life, and honestly, to be real, a lot of innocent motherfuckers in there, as well as guilty motherfuckers in there, man. So
But I mean, a
it's
lot of guilty people is just over sentenced too. Like it be motherfucking. I was going to prison. You know, I grew up during crack in the DC area, bro. So like,
it,
it be motherfucking crackheads that's getting like fucking like 15 years and shit. You know what I
that's
mean?
crazy. Yo,
Yeah.
what did my mother say? I see somebody do 10 years for robbing somebody for a cell phone. So and it wasn't like even with a gun.
It be the value though, because it'll be the grand theft larceny. Because like even if the motherfucker had the cell phone for 5 years, they'll say the sticker price is like 1299, and you know different states got different cutoffs. But you know they'll maneuver the laws to
Yeah,
give you more or less time depend on how they
it just
feel
depends
about you.
on person's. It's like person's record. I seen the average person really getting 5 years for a robbery, but he didn't have a gun. But just because I guess he had a little bit of a record, but he also had, no legal representation. So that's another thing they capitalize off of you. If you don't got the bag to drop for a lawyer and you
Especially
just have
especially in your city,
them,
bro. That legal aid is some
it's
bullshit.
over for you. It's over for you. It's just, you out of here, pack it up, cop
Yep.
out sandwich, go get you a bologna and cheese, sit in that bullpen, and get ready
Hey,
for that steak greens.
hey, but fuck all that though. But shit, salute to you for coming back and forging a new path. That recidivism shit. I mean, probation pro is a trap.
Well,
It ain't hard to stay free. I mean, it ain't easy to stay free. Excuse me.
yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. And I started my you know the prison life like kind of young, like before in the teens. So I kind of got like at least a good decade being in the system, and it was not like I never did a stretch. Like I'll do 3 years, and then you know I did a 2.5 for the drug charge, but then now I'm on parole, and you could be when you on parole, they really trying to trap you off. You know what I mean? They really trying to trap you off, and it's like I was trying, like literally went back to school, like yo, I don't want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Because when I like literally, I'm a man. Like I wilded out in jail, but I also got my face broke. How many times I'm a superhero, but look, even Batman gets beat up here and there. Like I got my face broke fighting like 5 dudes in the bullpen, set up by police at that. The
Word.
police knew those was my enemies and still put me in there. You get what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, though. I'm not gonna sit here and beg the police. I did spit on the police because I already knew he was setting me up, but it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like prison is a fucked up place, bro. It's really a fucked up place.
It
You know what I'm
is. I
saying?
mean, I couldn't imagine doing time in the New York jail. That shit is terrible. But I mean, we ain't here to talk about that. So
Yeah,
so
fuck
yeah, and fuck all that prison shit.
is
Bro, you are not incredibly interesting beyond the fucking mask. You got in the Bruce Wayne jump, you got this wild ass video, girl, girl shooting super soakers. Hey, real quick though. Hey, no disrespect, but little mama with the blonde hair, she got winded mighty quick when she ran down that hallway. Shorty was out of breath faster than a motherfucker.
Yo, where the mama? Yo, shout out to her, man. Her name is Quinn. It's funny. Her Instagram starts out with Quinn, so it's like Harley Quinn. Like it's just that shit was just ironic that her Instagram is Quinn. She live out there in Florida too, man. Shout out her, man. Her and Polo. You know what I mean? He brought her in, man. And it was a good fun vibe. Like that's what I wanted to do. That's what being in the industry gave me the opportunity to do something different, be creative, because it's not just making music in the entertainment industry. You could be a director, you could make film, because the music videos allow you to like kind of explore film. You know what I mean?
Well,
So it's
definitely. I mean, we're gonna get to how creative they are, but the point I was gonna make though, you got all this wild, crazy shit in there, but then you say something as profound as long as I believe and remain humble, a handful of seeds will make a jungle.
yo, real talk, because it took faith for me to even get here. I'm surprised. I'm like, yo, I'm grateful to
Nah,
be alive.
you is that mustard seed. I feel you, bro.
Yeah, I made a song called Mustard Seed on my first album. That was like the
Now,
soundtrack.
I know that's what I'm referring to. You don't think I listened to your first? You don't think I listened to your first album?
Yeah, what you think about it though? Because it's kind of like, my first album is a little boom bap. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like got a 90s feel or 2000s feel. I'm gonna say 2000 versus yeah, it's like a more of a 2000 sound. But that was because I wrote it in prison. That's what how I was feeling. It's kind of dark, but you know, I'm excited for the new project because shout out to DJ Whoo Kid and even my artists. My artists kind of expanded my whole sound. Like they like we got rhyme out this like the slum guards and things like nature, but I can't let go of. I have to have some lyrics in it. You know what I mean? I gotta have some type of meaning in everything I do. Even if I'm storytelling.
Word.
But
But to answer your question, I think that your first album was something I listened to more than once, which I can definitely say isn't always the case with musicians I deal with, and it'll be something I'll listen to again. But
nah, I appreciate that.
as good as it was, it's nowhere near as entertaining as them videos. Personally, what do you think's your most creative video?
Nah, Chitty Bang by far is my most creative video. Even though, all right, so it's funny because with Chitty Bang, like I said, I'm from the hood, but Chitty Bang was more like a goofy kind of like more like leaning towards Tyler the Creator type realm. But it still was fun because
really, bro, it made me kind of think of like Laffy Taffy and them Jones. Like you took one of them beats, but made it some 2021 Brooklyn Batman shit.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll be thinking
that shit reminded me of like a future ice cream truck or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted to mix like drill with like, with a little bit of more like the kiddie, playful, have fun, because Brooklyn Batman still, is like a little bit of for the kids too, even though I have like a serious topics and stuff like that. Because some of these kids, man, they growing up fast, but I just wanted to have fun. Yo, we had Nunzo from WWF. He was in Chitty Bang. We had Lil AGs. He was the Joker. Like AGs is like 4 foot. So I was like, yo, you gonna be the Joker, you heard? You gonna be the Joker. I had my son in it. He played Robin. That was a blessing to put him in some film. And it just it was like a little mini short film, man. It was dope. Had a little Batmobile in it. It was dope, man.
It was definitely dope. To be honest with you, my wife made the observation about Slim being out of breath, so that shit was so funny to me. That's automatically my favorite video because I'm gonna think of that shit and laugh. Hey, but aside from the funny shit, tell me about that tea tree infused mask. What's the benefits of? I mean, explain overall. I'm talking about, the people don't. But then also, what's the benefits of the tea tree infusion?
So, I'm gonna go. Let me just, I'm gonna leave some of that topic alone. But at that time when I came up with the mask, there was no mask around. Like people panicking. They was like, yo, we can't get no K95 mask. Only the doctors had it. So only people that
we ain't getting into no science. We talking about the fact that you was helping people.
Yeah, so I had to actually research what it was made out of. It was made out of polypropylene, the fabric. So I literally went ordered the fabric alone and stitched the mask. So I was like, yo, while I'm into it, I'm a little Trinidad, raised by a Trinidadian Foster family. And they used to do tea trees. Like if you had a cold, you'll boil tea tree in a pot and you breathe over it, and it clears up your respirational system, and it breaks up
it definitely helps your skin. There ain't no doubt about that.
Skin. Not only that, it fights viruses, bacteria, it kills anything that's foreign in your body. So I was like, why don't we just infuse tea tree inside the polypropylene when we stitch up the mask?
It can't hurt none, right?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, those masks, we gave a lot of them away for free. Shout out to Jacquay from Love and Hip Hop. Me and Jacquay went to Brooklyn and parts of Queens and the Bronx and just donated the masks. But we sold out the roof, and we had different colors. People was breathing it in, it was clear. People just felt mad comfortable wearing the mask because of the tea tree. Because it was just people still some of them that still like probably buying tea tree and washing it,
Well,
it.
if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, the smell of it's like a proven mood enhancer, right?
Hell yeah, you feel.
And I ain't talking about no weird sex shit. I'm talking about like a calming.
Yeah, for the ones that got that thick and dirty. It's
Yeah, like don't go cop a bunch of tea tree candles and think you're gonna set it off.
You know, think you're gonna set it off. It's more so like clearing your nostrils and you know, cleaning your respirational system and things of that nature. Word.
So, you know, speaking of the mustard seed, one lyric you said, I apologize to the hood, but I'm not sorry. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, because, you know, growing up, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I sold drugs, like a lot of hard drugs, like heroin as a kid, heroin and coke and crack and stuff like that. And, you know, at that time, I wasn't really aware.
Heroin.
Yeah, heroin, you know.
They was fucking with heroin in Brook. I mean, I to be real with you, I have no idea how old you are, and that's not something that we're going to even delve into. But
yeah, you know, honestly,
I thought on the East Coast, like it was only like Philly and Baltimore and like Delaware motherfuckers fucking with heroin from like I got pretty good knowledge of the drug game from like let's say like 95 to 2012, and I didn't know there was too much heroin going on in New York.
Nah, it is. It actually is. And
I remember when meth came, I was surprised like shit when the black community started fucking with meth.
Nah, meth, I can't say meth is in New York, but heroin is definitely.
Oh, bro, on the West Coast and then like Texas and shit, the meth is destroying the black community. And like you know, like growing up in the DMV, we see like dirty white people from like down in Virginia that did meth that had like little rabbit teeth and shit because that shit fucks you up. So I never thought I never could even imagine black motherfuckers getting into it because like when I was growing up, if you smoke weed out of a pipe, they call you a crackhead.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. Crack. Well, I sold a lot of crack in the black community growing up, but heroin was still there too, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, most of my heroin money kind of came from out of town, like going upstate New York. And I'm not gonna lie, I passed through the DMV. I was in Newport News, Virginia. You know, I was one of those like young state, like the older drug dealers would just send you out there, like yo, sit in the trap, things of that nature.
Bro, you don't gotta say this shit like because I see you're trying to tell about it like you're not glorifying it. We know you're not glorifying it because I mean, no disrespect to you. If nothing else, that's incredibly stupid because you was traveling with heroin through state lines, so that's like hella fucking charges if you get caught.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
and like being the intelligent person you clearly are. I know you're not glorifying it. You know.
Yeah, I'm definitely not glorifying it. I did my time for that, so it is what it is. You know, the DA could say what they're gonna do. Well, I'm gonna lock you up again for the same charge.
Yeah, but I can tell you trying to toe the line like you ain't trying. You trying to make sure you ain't trying to make it sound cool. I mean, if nothing else, like the feel of that shit is nerve wracking. You know what I mean? Like when you traveling, you be nervous as shit.
You be nervous as shit. Not only that, let me be honest with you. To really get money in the drug game, you kind of have to be ruthless there 24/7
and ruthless.
Hell yeah, you gotta be ruthless, but not only fuck the ruthless shit. Yes, say you even got a quiet because out of town is a little bit safe sometimes because all you got to do is stay in a trap of a like if you go out of town, you got that fire, a fiend will let you sit there and you just stay there. She'll cook for you.
Right.
She make money off of you know what she brings, but at the same time
until you get one of them belly ass banana eating motherfuckers.
Word of mother, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you want to hear some geeked out shit? You know that's homeboy from Master Society, right?
Who?
O-Dog. I mean, not O-Dog, Kane.
Who's that?
The main character, the one that messed with Jada Pinkett.
Word.
And you want to hear something even more geeked out? He was signed to Rap A Lot Records. And if you listen to the Ghetto Boys, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, he's on like 3 songs. And I remember one of his lyrics is like, it's a loped out G who's straight insane from menace to anxiety. That N-word came.
Oh,
true
shit.
Story. Hardly anybody know about that. Then I interviewed Yuck Mouth, and Yuck Mouth was on that song with him way back in the day, right? And I asked him if he knew what happened to dude, and he told me he was messing with one of, I forgot what the name of it was, but Ray J had a show like Flavor of Love, and homeboy was messing with one of them chicks. And I don't know why I brought that up. That shit's just fascinating to me. Like that's some wild shit.
Yeah, nah, you just gave me a hip hop history lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're right though. When you can find, I don't know what y'all call them. We call those honeycomb hideouts. If you can find a honeycomb hideout out of town, you good.
Yeah, you good. But but here's the problem. To make money, real on a level, that's why everybody go in and out. You can't stay there for nobody never
Right.
be there for lunch. You have to actually stay there 24/7. You can't go chill with a chick.
Right.
You barely could go shower because obviously you're not gonna shower at a cussy's crib. You in the same outfit 24/7, sometimes weeks at a time. You know, brushing your teeth. You fall asleep right there. Wake up.
Yeah, that
You
shit ain't
start
glamorous, man.
dirty.
You don't wake up in a Bugatti or no shit like that. You know what I'm
You don't
saying?
wake up in no Bugatti. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. It's almost like, let me tell you about the bad game with the drug game, because everybody feel when they hustle, they're gonna become a millionaire.
Right.
Like the most you might make is 150 or 200,000. Let's be real. You know, unless you a big time player and you moving bricks and kilos of that situation. Everybody ain't doing that. Like everybody can't just be all these rappers tell me, yeah, I got bricks. Shut the fuck. Yo, bro. Certain people is selected to even do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's not ready for that. And even when you get to that level, you get introduced. You got to make sure your integrity is intact. You know, finance, you know, business, you know, how to organize and set up a team.
They gotta know where your relatives live. The plug.
You better off really starting a business. So a lot of people that's smart, they might be trapping. They might make 50 grand, 60 grand, and they go start and do something else. You know, the smart ones like go sweat and be in them trap houses for like 2-3 months, and they really like quit the game altogether. They might go start messing with weed, or they open up a corner store, or they just invest into something else. And
I see now mad people move to legal weed states and open up dispensaries. There's so many people I've seen that used to sell drugs to do that.
Yeah, you can come in.
And the geeked out thing is they ain't doing nothing different than what they did before, except now they got a storefront.
Yup. You know, and the weed is more acceptable, and you're not going to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's more, and it's connected to hip hop. It's connected to brands. You know, actually, weed is helping people anxiety. You know, so weed is helping people create. Even me, and I don't even smoke that much, but I take certain edibles, like a certain sativa, gives you creativity. Your mind gets clear. You know, you don't want to OD because you OD, be like, but a little edible. You know what I mean? You start getting credit. You start being creative like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So
word. Hey, so it's cool if I ask you about anything.
You can ask me about. Hey, I'm here for you, brother. Plus, you got that Batman. At least you ain't got no Spider-Man shirts.
See, that's why I was gonna ask you. So when I looked you up, I didn't even click on it or nothing, but I saw there's a Spider-Man rapper that got an issue with you.
Yeah.
So hold up before we even get into that, and we don't gotta give dude no credit if you don't want to. But has this man not heard of MF Doom?
Who? Spider-Cuz?
Like, I mean, no one can say they're the first superhero rap. I mean, like, what's his beef? What beef can he possibly have?
You know, his beef. Well, technically, I'm gonna be real with you. Between me and you, it's just how ironic because I never seen Spider-Man ever have beef with Batman, but what caught me his attention when he started going viral, because I always was rapping, you know, in Brooklyn with the mask on. You know, MF Doom was always like the first superhero rapper, but I don't think MF considered him a superhero at the point, even though
he's Dr. Doom.
Yeah, so technically, he's the first. He's literally like the first superhero.
I mean, technically he's a super villain, but same thing, comic book villain. I mean, comic book rapper.
He definitely adopted, you know. And you know, it's so crazy. When I started this, I wasn't thinking of MF Doom until, you know, my man started making me go more in deep. He was a conscious artist, definitely a conscious rapper, and his cult following was strong. So
hey, hold on, let me ask you this: would you ever do this? Like, I don't know if this is true, but it's rumored heavily so that he would book 2 shows in different cities and send someone else with the mask to do it.
Word? Oh nah.
I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but
nah, that's disrespect.
But if you're just lip syncing, what's really the difference?
Yo, you gotta have to find a real cop again, especially me. My face structure.
So you get 2 $70,000 bags, but you can only get them on Friday. You wouldn't even think about it for a second.
Nah, that's foul.
Hey, I respect your integrity, brother. Salute to you.
That's foul. Not only that, yo, the way we perform, honestly, we energy artists. So
You worry,
we
fuck your shit up, huh?
yeah, so I wouldn't even trust. Like, ask Tim. He knows I'm very particular on how we perform, and I like to always get better and improve because we just not ordinary artists. Like, we like to wild out, throw water. We bringing girls on the stage. Like, we rap, but we still kind of like a rock star. Like, we turn up. You know, we do a chip challenge. We giving free weed. We throwing weed in the crowd. We having people smoke with us. We doing wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's gonna have that same synergy? Because we believe in what we're doing. So having a fake copycat, he would have to literally. I wouldn't even do that. Like that I couldn't even do that. That would just be disrespectful. Like, I know if a fan found that out, they might want to violate me. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Real talk.
Have you ever? I live in Tampa. You got any plans on performing down here?
Yo, that's what we did. Bruce Wayne in Tampa.
Oh man.
You know where the.
Man, I wish I'd known you then. Damn.
You know the Don Caesar?
Nah, I ain't from here, bro. I'm from DC and I lived in Houston. My wife, my wife parents live out here, right? So we here for them, and this ain't my type of environment. There was a lot of Trump signs in my neighborhood.
Oh, see, we didn't notice that.
Well, I mean, I live in a little suburb though. Like, I mean, Ybor City is cool in Tampa. You know, some of the shit's cool. But, I mean, you also got like, I mean, I ain't gonna get into it, but it'd be mad Confederate flags and all that type shit. And you know, and I lived in Harlem before. I grew up in the DC area. I lived in Houston for like 3 years, and so like this type of shit's like crazy to me. Like, bro, I didn't really go to school with another white person until I went to a black college.
Oh shit! Yo, shout it out. That's so yeah. You don't feel you. So you want to stay there? You might have to come back to Harlem.
In Tampa, hell no. Nah. I mean, we here for a reason. When that reason's no longer. I mean, you know, I ain't trying to be morbid, but yeah. Eventually I'm gonna move back to DC.
Nah, DC is a good place. But yo, I ain't gonna lie, Tampa showed us love. The Don Caesar, they damn near we did everything we wanted to. Check it out. Like, if you out there, like, Tampa probably. So Tampa is in St. Petersburg. It's more towards the water.
Oh, I like St. Petersburg. I love St. Petersburg.
Yeah, so that's where it's at. And we did.
Yeah, St. Petersburg chilling like a villain. Yeah, St. Petersburg. That's like a hippie beach town. Yeah, that's the shit.
Yo, they showed us love. Like, we got mad behind the scenes. Like, we on this. Yo, they buying this. They giving us free wine. We going up and down, up and down. Like, you gotta see the video. Like, you could, just take a vacation to Don Caesar. The beach is cute, like the sand is white.
I mean, I don't know Don Caesar, but we go to St. Petersburg all the time. Like, I'm gonna tell you now, bro. Like, if you ever come out here again, stick to St. Petersburg, because that's a different kind of white person than the white person to be in Tampa.
Oh man, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't
know that till I moved down here either. When I came down here, this shit blew my mind. But I mean, the whole world fucking crazy, because if you think about it, I mean, think about life like this. This man Kanye West got called an Uncle Tom and a coon for putting on a red hat, going up in the White House and asking the president to free Larry Hoover, while a bunch of so-called conscious motherfuckers was promoting this Joe Biden dude, who I personally went to prison because of his fucking crime bill, and I know well over 100 people that did. So who was the sellout? The one who went up in the White House and said free Larry Hoover, or the one who told, well, I can't vote, but told people who could vote to vote for Biden? You feel me?
You know what's so crazy, bro? I had this debate. I mean, either way, if you had to choose the best of two evils, I'd rather fuck with Trump than Biden for this one reason. Because at least Trump is super honest how he feel and what he gonna do. Biden, he is a little sneaky. You feel me? Like, he's gonna say whatever he gonna say to get whatever votes he want, and then he gonna do what he want to do. Like,
bro, he used to support segregation. How the fuck did they elect a motherfucker that supported segregation?
And not only that,
with a chick who fucking lied about a death penalty case, and a motherfucker got killed who was innocent.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't take that consideration.
Well, I've been to prison. Those are the type of people I can't fucking stand. I hate people like that. I don't give a fuck about what political party they in. People that's in the sending you to prison. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's a fact. Because you know why? The prison system is not built on innocence. You know, they built on bodies. How many people we could get filled up here is a business, you know? So
Word.
if you know, just be real. Naturally, everybody ain't evil like that. Everybody ain't just wanting to say, yo, I want to do some bad shit. Majority of people want to chill and relax. So when you getting pulled over, you know, because you smoking some weed, you know, and then they want to search your car because you did a traffic stop. Maybe you did a legal turn. Maybe you was speeding. Give that man a speeding ticket. Go about your business. Now you want to search the car. Now you want to, you're searching for the bodies, and the system is made for that. Like the
Right.
police has a quota. It's not, and it's funny. Sometimes it's not even the police fault because they get paid by the arrest
Right.
and what type of charges. So it's like, that's when you make them racist, because now they're gonna start stereotyping like, yo, we need a big bus. Should I bother these kind white looking folks, or should we bother this guy that got dreads? He looked like he's smoking weed. He looks like the rapper that's in the rap video with a bunch of guns. I'm gonna gamble and go over here, and that might be a little prejudice, but they gotta get, that's when they money is, like, should we go with these you know old guy, he's chilling, he's with his wife, or we're gonna go with this guy, he got dreads, he got a big booty chick in the passenger side, look like he's smoking some weed, he's playing loud music, he's gonna start being prejudiced. Let's be real,
Word. I mean, bro, like, this is the first time I ever lived around majority white people my whole life, right? And police ain't fuck with me once. But like,
Yeah.
I be growing up walking around with a basketball going to the park, and a police officer that done fucked with me before think I'm around that joint trying to cop some crack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what 16-year-old crackhead walk around and like I mean, I still got a handle, but I had super handle. I could dribble with my knees with one ball while I dribble with another ball. What
You play
motherfucker?
ball?
Oh yeah, did I? But
I'm kind of nice.
I mean, I'm 43.
Nice.
I'm 43, bro. So I'm no comp.
Eat your Seymours, get those knees ready. You feel me? Eat your Seymours, get those knees ready, man. We might have to go to court, man. We might have to.
I done transition into combat sports. I be fucking with like the jujitsu and fucking with boxing and shit like that. I ain't balled for like 7-8 years.
Yeah, I'm good with the punching bag. I used to train a little bit with the stretches and stuff like that. I like calisthenic workout, but my punching bags and hitting the punching bag, I'm into that. You know, I was actually thinking about training UFC more so. I think that's a nice little workout sport, because you're working out muscles that you normally don't use when you just lifting weights. Because I feel like a UFC person could beat up any weightlifter. I don't care what you say. The weightlifter is only working out that same muscle just for being swole. But a UFC fighter, he's agility, he's moving around, stamina,
Well, I mean, I'm a felon. I can't carry no gun, but I still try to stay sturdy. I like steel-toed shoes. You know what I'm saying? I like how to protect myself. Like in states where it's legal for felons to have a taser, I like to have a taser. I usually wear like a bunch of rings as opposed to like brass knuckles. Legal knife, shit like that. I mean, shit, it's a dangerous world, man. You gotta stay sturdy out there. But you just said something about racism. I don't want to offend you, but is Bruce Wayne a racist?
You know what's so crazy? Let me tell you something. I don't think he's a racist. And I wrote, so right now with the album that be coming out, we wrote a book. Well, a movie. It's called Plague of a Dark Generation. That's the t-shirt, right? And I'm gonna do a spoiler alert. Batman is in it. But more so the way we wrote it, I believe Batman is not racist. I think he's just unaware of other problems in his city. Because you gotta remember, Bruce Wayne caters to the financial district. If you watch his movies, he's near Wall Street. But that's where he grew up. That's where his father did all his trading. That's where his father office was. Wayne Enterprise. If you pay attention to the comic book, he's only in the financial district. He's not in the whole New York. So why would he go to Brownsville? He don't know. He's not familiar with that community. Why would he go to East New York? Why would he go all the way to Harlem? Why would he go to Yonkers? Why would he go to Queens? He's only familiar where his pops and moms died, so he has an intimate place there, and that's where his business is, because he also owned Wayne Enterprises. So he was just only caught up in that area. So I capitalized off of that when I wrote it. With Brooklyn Batman, he's more focused on his inner city communities in Brooklyn. You know, I ain't gonna tell too much about the story because I want y'all to
Hear the
enjoy it when
record,
the
yeah.
movie come out. It's a deep script, but I'm gonna just give you the spoiler alert. When Batman comes on the scene, he already noticed Brooklyn's Batman at the end because Brooklyn Batman ends up going to the financial district to go against Penguin because in Brooklyn Batman's movie, Penguin is like his ultimate enemy. You know
Gotcha.
why? Think about it. Who you don't like? You don't like Biden, right? Penguin has that same mentality with the Biden. Owns prisons, does human trafficking for the money, has political ambitions, capitalize on the poor, you know, and these things of nature, smuggling drugs in the inner city,
Makes children uncomfortable.
make children uncomfortable. So, you know, I'm gonna just give a little bit of plot of the story because there's still so much stuff in the movie. So I don't mind doing the spoiler alert. But Penguin, you know, does drug trafficking and as well as do human bodies, but he was targeting gangbangers who got murdered. And before they die, he'll take their organs or he'll reprogram them to be like superhumans for his weapons of mass destruction, right? He was targeting gangbangers. And Brooklyn Batman's sister gets murdered, who was dating a drug dealer who actually wanted to get out. So she was kind of like, "Yo, no more selling drugs. I found out you selling drugs. It's over between us. So you're gonna have to give this up. You're gonna take your money. You're gonna invest into some other business because she was intelligent." But he's getting supplied by crooked cops who work for Penguin. So when the crooked cops find out that he's about to get out the game, and he didn't want to keep the secrets, they didn't trust him no more. And when they went to murder him, they accidentally also killed his girlfriend, which is Brooklyn Batman's sister. Brooklyn Batman is not fully aware of the story, but he comes into who he is, you know, when he goes to jail because he goes back to the precinct and tries to basically burn down the precinct, and he goes to jail for like 5 years, you know. I ain't gonna say too much, but that's when he starts getting his training and he's starting away, finding out more depth about political endeavors. So when he gets out, that's another story. Like it gets deep. You feel me? It gets deep.
It sounds like it. So now you done Harley Quinn. You mentioned the Penguin, the Joker. But personally, who do you think's the best Batman villain?
I still think Joker is still the best Batman villain, man. I'm not gonna lie, because he was just like Batman, but he was the opposite. He had better intentions. Like Batman also was like very ambitious and had willpower. Joker was very ambitious and had willpower, but Joker liked chaos. Batman liked order. You know,
in all the different iterations, even back to the TV show, if you want, who do you think played Joker the best?
Oh, what the homie that killed himself? He didn't kill himself.
He overdosed.
Heath Ledger, the way he overdosed because he wanted to play that role. You know, to play that role, you know, he was taking certain drugs to tweak out. You know what I mean? If you pay attention to certain acting, he was taking certain drugs for that role. I think that was his best. That was the best Joker to me. Jack Nicholson was dope too, but you know, Heath Ledger, man.
You ain't like that last that Joker movie with not Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix.
I liked it, but it's still
it wasn't like I like the movie too, but it wasn't like the Joker to me.
Yeah, you know, I like the shots and I like the storyline and I like the way they was going with it, but Heath Ledger though,
Word,
like how he was tweaking, he was comical. See, they made the Joker like a goofy and unintelligent. That's why I didn't like it. They made him like he was a
simp,
like a Caliban shooter. Even though he did kill and stuff like that, they made him like a Caliban shooter. Like he was just lashing out because he was being bullied a lot. Which is I like that angle too. But Heath Ledger was more so.
Nah, I'm with you, bro.
I don't think that Joker could be Batman. But you know what's so crazy? I still like the storyline because Bruce Wayne was a kid. Batman was a kid, you know?
Word.
So I would like to see how they would develop him to be. Maybe he became intelligent. over time.
They say that if it works out well, you know, there's a Batman movie coming out with Robert Pattinson, homeboy from Tenet.
Yeah, I watched that. I wonder, is that the same connection to that? Is it connected?
Well, if the movie sells good, then maybe so. If it doesn't, you know, like shit comes down to financial logistics. But back to the Heath Ledger. Not only do I agree, it's kind of jumped the shark. But when people would argue with me about systemic racism, I used to use Heath Ledger to prove that point. Pimp C and Heath Ledger both died of a drug overdose in California in a hotel in the same year, right? And anybody who doesn't believe in systemic racism, go back and look at how quick Heath Ledger's toxicology report came out compared to Pimp C's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could sit here and give you a million examples, but that used to be my one that would prove it. Because it was such a different. I don't want to get the facts wrong, but it was such a difference in time and how long it took, how fast Heath Ledger's was. That like after that, like you just shut a motherfucker up. They couldn't even argue no more. Like if nothing else, that's at least one. Because you know, people deny shit. They always be like, give me one example, because they think that shit don't exist at all. So like that'd be like the good example. Then they'd be like, ask me for another. Then they'd ask you for another one, but they only wanted one example to start with. You feel me?
I think it might be. You think it's psychological? It might be more psychological. I mean, it's still wrong, but I think subconsciously people just naturally do that.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely.
I don't even think that they like, for instance, like I'm gonna give you an example, right? When we was on tour with Riff Raff, we was doing shows in certain cities, and there was like underlying racism. But I could tell that some of them didn't mean to be racist. Like I'll come, you know, I was a little upset one time. We were checking in a hotel, and I could tell that the way, you know, she was very judgmental in certain things. Like she would say, oh, there's no more rooms. And how many people, you know, like you could tell. And then the way we was respectful. And she would go back in the room. We knew she lied. I knew she lied, but Tim was like, yo, chill out, you know. But I just got quiet. I didn't want to do I swear I don't like to be the look like as the angry black man of a racist. So I never reacted, but it was bothering me. But I guess because how I reacted, she felt guilty and then came back and changed it and was correct, you know?
Right.
But I still respect it. You know why? Because when she made that decision, it was fast and swift, like almost subconscious. And she probably went back and was like, you know what, that's fucking totally wrong. You know, and I'm that was fucking racist and I should never even did that. You know what? And it came back and changed it. At least I can accept that, because at least she's trying to correct her subconscious behavior, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely way better than fucking doubling down on
because it. 20 years, 30 years ago, they would have been, yo, fuck that, you know, fuck them niggas, da, 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 you know. But at least you could tell, like, you know, society is still starting to frown upon racism. You know, one time, I'm gonna tell you how real it is. Now, we in we in Atlanta. We in Atlanta, right? And it's All-Star weekend. We throwing a mansion party, and we got like 20 homies coming. We deep, but we could not find an Airbnb nowhere. And we found one, and it was literally like an hour away from the city. Right. And we in the sticks. And everybody knew that. I forgot the town, but they was like, yo, you gotta be careful out there, man. It's racist. I was like, man, whatever, man. Fuck that. We're gonna be legit. It is what it is. So one day, like right before we packed up from the town, we decided to eat at this restaurant. I don't know if it was a Cracker Barrel, but it had good food. And I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely some few rednecks, you know what I mean? But we didn't care. We eating. We spent a lot of money. I think we spent like maybe $600 worth of food, you know. And very respectful. They didn't come at us at first, and then there was two couples. They wanted to pray for us, right? We prayed. I said, you know what, yo, they want to pray for us. I'm going over there because at least they want to do something nice, and they was like, yo, be careful. They warned us and say, yo, be careful. I mean, we're good people, but everybody around here is not, right?
Right.
I said, all right. Yeah, I said, I get it. We leave. So happens the same restaurant we spent money called the police and said that we was that we dirtied up the outside, which was not true because we already cleaned up inside. We was outside, yeah, we was playing music, but we didn't. They tried to say that we threw trash on the floor, which was not true because we didn't have no trash to throw because we threw everything inside. This is a real true story, right? We go to the gas station, maybe like a mile away. We filling up on gas. We buying food. We actually sold some books. You know, some people was kind of watching us a little bit, but we didn't care about it. The police pulled up, right? And yo, I thought we was going down, but they did search for us. But one lady was just like, she looked at her partner, and she was like, you know what? Long as you got your driver license, everybody got their license, they're ready to drive, you good. Everybody had their license, and they let us go. The police didn't bother us, not once. She was like, you could tell that she was kind of like a little upset that like, yo, here we got these people from out of town. They stayed, they spent money, you know? And there's like 20 of us. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, we was looking rough, you know, we A-Trade gangsters, you know what I'm saying? You know, so you could see that it could be some type of criminal activity possibly, you know, to the outside looking in going on, but really not. We were just, that was street team. We was respectful. Nobody was fighting. You know, we was kind of a attention grabber, but the lady, the police officer kind of was like, you know, y'all go and have a good day. Didn't bother us. But the other guy was kind of like, you know, but the only reason why they let us go, I controlled the situation. I went over there. Hey, what you need? You want to check ID? You want to see our registration? I was very respectful. One thing I learned, do not argue with police, especially when you know you're innocent.
Word. I agree.
What's the sense of going over there and say, yo, why you fucking with us and trying to beef with them? All right, you doing your job, you stay within the law.
And you know, another piece of advice, if you know you're guilty, don't talk to police. Ain't nobody ever talked off a charge without signing a paper.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what the cop said? He pulled me to the side and he said, you know what? I respect that you was calm, cool, and you didn't cause no trouble. You gave us a document. You know, they was actually expecting us. And now that taught me something. I felt like when we start being like throwing the guilt trip, they feel like we're guilty.
Huh. That's a deep thought.
Because they, you know, you was very respectful. It seemed like they expected us to throw the race card at them, but we didn't. Some of my homies was kind of like, man, they was kind of hushing up. But I was like, yo, ice up. Like, don't say nothing. Yo, go back inside. I'm gonna handle this. You know, like I was kind of telling them because I know how this is gonna go. Why would we all get riled up if we know the situation? Look, we're legit, right? Here's your license, here's your registration, here's insurance. What else?
Man, that must be a safe ass town. Because like where I grew up at, the police would get mad if you called them for some shit like that. Like, why are you wasting our time?
Yo, yeah, they came. They did come, and they came. They looked like they was patrolling the area about the restaurant. So the restaurant called the cops, and that restaurant had no reason to call the cops. But you could tell that the lady and the guy, they was like, you know what, this guy had, man, because this is some bullshit. Now they felt guilty because the way I talked to them with the kindness, you know.
Hey, you said you said you were selling books. You got any books behind you?
Hell yeah, I got you. Hold on.
I myself am a voracious reader. What kind of book were you selling?
I was selling my book, Seeds in the Concrete. Here's a pamphlet right here.
Oh, so you made a book and an album?
Yeah, so I would notably say
that makes sense. So you asked me what I thought of the album. One thing I noticed was you was doing a lot of storytelling.
Yeah, Seeds in the Concrete. That was one of the pamphlets right there.
Oh,
Get one of these bad boys up, man. I'm gonna mail you a copy too.
So what's in that other box behind you?
It's right here is the t-shirts. You know, this Seeds in the Concrete right here. If you can see that hardcover while you read the book.
That look nice.
Full color print. We selling these $40 a pop. You feel me?
Okay, that's what's up.
Come with the QR code.
Oh yeah, and I see you got I don't know names of papers and shit, but I see the pictures is like them glossy joints.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you scan, you listen to the music. Every chapter got a song on it. That Season of Concrete, the album you was listening to. This is the book.
Oh yeah, no, that's not that when you was going to get it. I was saying that. Yeah, bro. That's why I wrote down about it. It seemed like it was great storytelling. And since we talking about the album real quick, you said it sounded dark, but I thought the beats were a bunch of slaps. And that's the next album,
Yeah.
Plague of a Dark Generation.
Yep, that's the one I was telling you about where, Brooklyn Batman meets Batman. You feel me?
That's just the name of a song. That's the name of an album.
That's the name of the album. Word.
Got you. So what's the dark? I take it you're the Plague. What's the Dark Generation?
Well, nah. The plague is basically what I was saying was like how Pink, how Penguin was capitalizing on the poor in the film. Remember I was telling you about Penguin and how.
Got you.
Yeah, so the Plague of a Dark Generation. I feel like the Dark Generation is where like the youth.
You said the Penguin represented capitalism too. I see you. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I fake got that idea from the TV show Gotham. Penguin was kind of into politics. Well, not even Gotham. I forgot the movie where I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger was Frieza.
Yeah.
No, that was a river. What movie where Batman when Penguin and Batman,
I don't know. One of them, Jones. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember specifically.
The old Batman.
Yeah.
Penguin was actually one of the mayor. Was running for mayor.
Hey, you said Gotham. You ever watched Pennyworth?
Pennyworth.
Yeah, bro. On I think it's on Cinemax. I could be wrong, but they got this show about Pennyworth coming home from World War II. The butler. Man, the shit is vicious, and he like on some James Bond shit. And and Thomas Wayne and all that.
Or I'm gonna check it out. It's a TV show, it's a movie.
It's a show. I think it's on its third season. I think it's on HBO Max.
Or it's a movie or it's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a show. It's vicious though. It's way better than like that Flash shit.
Well, I'm gonna check it out. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, yeah, I highly recommend that. But so what musically, what can we expect from the Plague of a Dark Generation? And do you ever have do you even have a desire to work with like quote unquote big name artists?
Yeah, I do. You know why? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm passionate about the music. Like I could do this shit for free all day. So I look at it as a sport. You see how like people want to go for the champs. I want to do a track with Kendrick, with Drake, with the best. I want to work with the best producers because I want to make some of the best work, So like, I'm not saying I'm competitive because I can't really look at another artist as like I want to compete with them. I more so look at it as let's do one of the best work. Let's see what we can produce as one of the best songs.
Yeah, steel sharp and steel.
You know what I'm saying? Because even so, I can be honest, when DJ Whoo Kid came into play and he gave us the Slumguard beats, I could say that I put that shit brought out a whole nother side of me. Like the song is fucking dope. And I was like, yo, I think we mix drill with mosh pit. I was like, yo, this shit's fire. So I said, yo, before I gave it to DJ Whoo Kid, I'm like, yo, I went to the hood in Brooklyn, played it, had like some of the people that's really hip hop heads that in the drill scene, like they 5-Yo fans, they Pop Smoke fans, they into that scene. And I played it, and I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, you talking on this shit. And if you listen to like the mosh pits, like the XX, Triple X type of guys, or Chick West, or ASAP Rockies, or they're making good records, but they're not like their topics is not like a Brooklyn drill, or it's not like a storytelling, or it's not super conscious. It's just kind of like a turn up,
Or vibe or whatever. I got you.
Yeah, it's like a vibe. Like even Lil Uzi Vert, like they make good songs, but they more vibe artists. They're not storytelling. Like they're not like making a concept with punchlines, or you get what I mean? Like I know my fans is gonna listen to my punchlines because that's the type of artist I am, So me rhyming on certain beats, I still kept the songs because those type of songs they always keep short. you know, because that's how the youth is kind of taking in music, you know.
Word.
So, yo, I'm excited to see how people take it because I think it's a different approach on these beats.
I mean,
And it sound different. It's like literally like you'll hear this song, and you be like, yo, that's not his. That's not how he rhymes. They wouldn't expect me. I really like that though.
I mean, what they say, bro, evolve or die, right?
Yeah, I definitely evolved, and I still kind of still keep my same type of essence, but I definitely adapted to the beats, you know. So shout out to DJ Whoo Kid for opening my mind and my creativity.
I mean, that's what's up. Before we get out of here and shout out your socials, man, I'm gonna take this as a challenge. You think I could possibly ask you a creative Brooklyn Batman sex related question?
Yeah, or everybody kind of fake does that, yo.
But I'm saying I think I got one that might be that you ain't heard.
All right, yeah, here we go.
Has a fan ever sent an explicit picture to you wearing a mask?
Yes, they have. But they were I had the.
Has anyone asked you that?
I had a lot of Catwomans, like women that will dress up in a Catwoman outfit. Like, yo, you know.
Has anyone ever asked you that before?
To wear the mask and have sex with them?
No. In these interviews, has anyone ever asked you? Has someone sent you the picture? Because you said they kept asking you if you wore the mask. And I'm like, that's a no brainer.
Nah. They actually would, like, they actually would just literally like take the picture and have the costume and like show me a flick or something like that. You know what I mean? Throw me a little nude. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna say their name, but you know, they definitely did that.
So that's what's up. Off the top of the head, I came up with a Batman Beyond sex question that he ain't got yet. That's what's up.
Yeah, you know, it did. You know, honestly, I had a couple weirdos. You know, look, I'm not homophobic. I'm not homophobic or nothing like that because it is what it is. Especially when being in prison, you run across them. You just gotta, just don't, don't get too cool with them because if you're not with that situation, just be real cordial, be respectful. Because win, lose, or draw, you can't beef with somebody. You're gonna lose regardless. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to just associate with the energy. But I feel like people that are homosexual, and I think they need to respect when somebody's straight. They shouldn't just disrespect them off the rip. Like some of them is very aggressive.
I mean, bro, you don't even gotta bring no type of sexual preference in. Nobody should disrespect anybody sexually in any shape.
Yo, but they do, and they do, and they sometimes they try to capitalize with, like like the law protects them way more than a straight. So, like if they come at you and you be like, yo, I'm not with that shit. What you trying to disrespect me? And they could start going crazy.
Word.
They should just be a little bit more respectful, to how they approach who they desire or like. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, I can definitely dig that, bro. But I mean,
I respect the ones that are homosexual and they get the picture like, yo, this guy is not, he's not with it. Some of them don't care. They still would try you, and that's not cool,
Yeah. But I mean, it is still cool though that I thought of a question no one asked. I'm gonna change the name of my shit to Mo Jumper.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a shot. That was a shot,
Yeah, shit. Maybe when I blow up somebody, clip it. Shit, we I ain't gonna say nothing though. I like No Jumper because they support my man Just Rich Gates. So shout out to
yo, man. I like their platform, man. I just felt like, and I would like to talk to him and ask him that question, like, when day, we already got the opportunity to go up there anyway, but I want to ask him like personally, like why, like out of all the things, you never wrong making jokes, you would like to compare a grown man, a heterosexual male, to a rapist.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's just looking at R. Kelly as a musical hero, and some people push the joke too
far. Listen,
who knows? I don't know.
Let's be real. Now, I was digging in the crates. That was crazy. That's what. Let's be honest with you. He's in jail right now, so everybody knows like his music could never outshine his rape allegations ever.
Yeah.
Because people will remember. One thing I learned, especially in the streets, you're just as good as your last movie.
Word.
Even if you're a fighter, you could beat up 10 people. You gonna get knocked out one time, they gonna remember you. Yo, you got knocked out. Yo, they ain't gonna say, yo, well, he took one loss. You know, it is what it is. No, you're just as good as your last fight. You know,
Word. Yeah,
everybody's gonna remember R. Kelly for that. So when you sing the Pied Piper, you have rape mental in your mind. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Well, I mean, we can't end on rape then. So tell me about when you was I know what it is, but a quote unquote Times Square rapper.
Yo, man, listen. I wasn't really I can't say I'm a Times Square rapper. The only thing I got linked up with Times Square was when I was selling my books. That's how I started. That book, Season of Concrete, I sold that on a like in Times Square, downtown Brooklyn. I sold that everywhere. And I got most of my sales mostly downtown Brooklyn, but I can't say I was a rapper.
Did you ever have to keep people with dirty hands from picking that shit up?
Picking what up?
Picking the book up.
Nah, I let them. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so I kind of sold the book like the same way as like you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street where he's like, sell me this pen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I kind of was like, I used to put it in their hand, like, hey, check this out. And after I get the reading, I say, yo, you take your phone. I make sure that they experience the book. And I was like, yo, so I'll be like, so how you gonna pay for the book? You gonna do card? You gonna do cash?
That's what's
so
up.
basically, I kind of like used to close the deal by like saying that you're gonna pay for it. I'll cover the options because you know, yo, it's gonna be card or cash or Cash App. I give him that options, so it will be very hard to because once I got you here and I got your attention, you was already interested in it for the gate. You know, you hey, you type the push, you touch the book, you scared it with your phone. The link is in your phone already. You're already interested. So you know, so how would you like the book, card or cash?
So you basically you was like you was like Mo Money with a real product. That's what's up.
And,
I can dig it,
and
bro.
it worked every time, man. But not for nothing, those people they enjoyed it anyway. So
all right, well, shit. I gotta wrap this up, bro, because I got another one like 5 minutes. But go ahead and shout out your social so I can follow you, send you my address. Every time you release something, I'll post on Dirty Glove Bastard. I'll keep supporting you, all that good stuff. Stay in contact. I was digging the music for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Make sure you follow me at I am Brooklyn Batman. No B's, all 8s. And and then my old Instagram got hacked. So man, flood that up. Show me some love. I'll definitely show y'all some love. And yeah, man, don't be a joker. Tune in. Goodbye.
Shit, no doubt, bro. Hey, thank you for your time and salute for all the creativity and what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, love it, man. Thank you, man. Check you out.
No doubt, man. You take it light.
All
right, peace.